What's going on, man? It's your boy Nine Man passing in today's video with the title Discipline. Discipline is the key to self-improvement, guys. If you don't have discipline, you're not going to be able to achieve anything. And that's just facts. Discipline is so important in today's society where our attention span is like literal seconds. 4, 5, 6 seconds before, distracted, new thing comes up, more dopamine, boom. And it's just a cycle. We end up wasting time for 2 hours. Like, I know, because I was literally doing this a couple hours ago. I was wasting time getting distracted, reading and watching videos and reading, and boom, boom, boom. All of a sudden, oh shit, time passed and I was supposed to do homework. Like, discipline, if you don't have discipline to do the hard work, especially when you don't feel like it, your goals will not come into fruition. You will not be able to succeed in your goals. You need discipline in order to progress through every aspect of self-improvement, whether it be through journaling, meditation, working out especially, NoFap, right? Because even though I don't talk about NoFap, you need discipline to tell yourself, no, I'm not going to do that today, right? And then you'll be able to stop yourself from, relapsing, going back into porn and all that shit, right? Discipline is very important, guys. You need discipline. If you don't have discipline, you need to be able to build it up. I'll explain later in this video. I'm just going to go a little bit over discipline, right? Discipline, as I said before, is the ability to do the hard work, especially when you don't feel like it. It's the definition of discipline. Shout out to Hamza, right? If you're watching this video, you probably heard it a couple times. Heard me mention it. Doing the hard work you don't want to, doing the hard work you don't feel like, doing the hard work, just doing it, right? You've heard it a little bit on my channel, but never really gone into it because so many people don't do the work. They have so many assignments, tests, quizzes, projects from work, their job, but like they're so distracted from social media and everything that they end up not doing their work. Because even though there's 24 hours in a day, if you're getting proper sleep, that's 8 hours, right? If you're working out properly, that's 1 to 2 hours, right? If you're still in school, that's like 6 hours plus commuting. That's about maybe 7.5. It depends on where you live, right? Not really trying to get too specific, but like, you understand. 8, 7, you only really have about 8 hours in a regular day to do what you want to do. And that's like excluding like, eating, stuff like that. So you really don't really have that much time to actually put in the work. So what do people do? Like a lot of people that I know who come home to school, go on their phone. They scroll on their phone or just on their phone all day. No discipline to do the work. They have homework to do the next day. Nah, I'll do it later. And then look what happens. More homework keeps piling up. They get more stress. People get depressed. They get unhappy. They're sad with their life. And that's all because of a lack of discipline. Meanwhile, the successful people, they do their work, they get ahead, and they do, especially when they don't feel like it. They know that, okay, I shouldn't be slacking off right now. I need to finish this. Then I can do what I want to do, right? They have that discipline to finish the work and then move on to something else, right? For example, you're working on a business, right? You need discipline to work on that business in order for it to make money, to earn profit, right? If you don't have discipline and you're not giving it 100%, your business is going to fall flat. You won't be able to make much progress, right? But if you're consistent, knowing that you have to do the work for your business, even though you don't want to, even though you have other things to do, you want to do other things, you want to relax, you want to sleep, you want to, call your friend, you want to play video games. The ability to stop your Jeffrey brain, stop your lizard brain from saying, let's do this, oh, we can do that later. The ability to say no to that and do the work anyway is so important in today's society. And people don't realize that, right? Because for years and years and years and years, with this society, we've been almost hardwired to believe that most like challenging things we do are impossible. So we stay comfortable. We set goals for ourselves that aren't really that hard to do, that we can achieve within little time, right? And then we stay stuck. We don't progress much, and we stay basic and ordinary, right? But with discipline, that allows us to work harder and therefore set harder goals, allowing us to progress even more and more and more. That's how successful people have, that's how successful people are built. They have their level of discipline is so much higher than the average person. The average person wouldn't be able to like understand how much discipline and willpower that they have. If you don't have discipline, you're simply just not going to be able to succeed because you're not going to do the work. Why do you think so many people drop out of university? Did some research. University is only like, a 60% graduation rate in some schools. Like, why do you think that happens? You turn 18, you move into the accommodation, you live in the dorm with some roommates that aren't really the best, have been doing instant gratification activities, and instead of working hard so that you can get a good degree, get a good job if you want to go that path, right? You party, you drink, you go out, you have alcohol, you do all this, right? Well, when the time has come for you to actually show your work, show your results from the year, for exams, tests, important projects, you're a no-show. You fail. You don't know what to do. You're looking at it like, what am I supposed to do? What's going on? And that's because of a lack of discipline, right? You say, oh, I didn't have time. I'm sorry. I've been so busy. But you really did have time. You're just using it as an excuse, right? And because I did say that there's not a lot of time, right, that you have to really work, right? If you are doing the right things, right? But even so, even in those short hours of work per day, you can do so much. You can start a business. You can finish all your schoolwork. Most of it, honestly. I mean, school gives out way too much work these days, but that might be just my Jeffrey brain talking, to be honest. But you can do so much. It's just that you just don't do it. You like give in to your cravings. You give in to your Jeffrey brain. You give in to instant gratification, saying that, oh, okay, I have this work to do. I'm going to watch this quick video first, and then we'll get to it. Boom, 2 hours go by. You haven't done anything, right? That's a lack of discipline, right? That just shows you're not willing to work hard enough, especially when you don't feel like working hard enough to actually get the results. Because if you work hard enough, you would be able to watch that video right after, you would have felt much better than watching it before, and watching this other video, another video, and you just scroll. Dopamine fucks up your brain. Boom. Your brain's even more scarred than it is already, right? Rather than do the work, then you watch the video, if you have time, of course. You do the work, and then you watch the video, you're going to feel much better, right? Guys, we all need discipline, man. I struggle with it, right? You're going to struggle with it. You're going to fail, right? You're going to end up relapsing. You're going to end up wasting time. You're going to end up partying. You're going to end up doing all this bad shit for you. That's okay. You get back up. The next time you get presented with an opportunity like this, right, you say, no, I'm not going to do this. I have work to do, right? And that's really how you build up discipline. When your Jeffrey brain, your mind is telling you, okay, I can do this later. Let me watch this first. Let me do this first. Let me do this first. I don't really want to do this right now. You tell yourself, no, I'm going to work now. And then you do the work, right? You might get distracted because our attention span is just really, really, really short and bad. So you might get distracted, but you do it anyway, right? And eventually it'll get completed, right? And if you have the ability to deep work, which is work without distractions, work without your phone, without any electronic device beside you, it's just you, probably the computer, a pencil, you're typing, whatever, right? 60 to 90 minutes of just deep work, no distractions, right? You can get a lot of work done. Because I've been in periods of deep work myself, and it just feels that time goes so much slower in deep work, man. In deep work, and when you're working, time just goes so much slower. I don't know if that's just me probably, but time goes so slow that you're able to just finish off everything very quickly, right?